Okay, so here we are again down at the Prince Promotions, the Ronin Boxing Club fight event. Sorry?
Academy.
Academy.
Yes,
Academy.
that's right.
Troy, we got to know each other a little bit over social media over the last few months, you know, my association with Fahim.
Yep.
It's lovely to come down and see another take on the sport and see what you guys are up to. How many shows have you been involved with?
Involved in as co-promoter.
Yeah,
This is our
whatever.
first one, debut.
Okay.
But we've done probably 7 shows fighting on Fahim's. Probably in excess of 10.
Yeah.
But I'll say a moderate 7.
Yeah. I know what it takes to obviously put an event on. It takes a lot of stuff in the background.
Yeah.
How did you get these guys to say they'll put an event on here, and then how did you go on about selling the tickets and promoting it, and how's the journey been?
Journey's been fairly difficult. There's ins and outs, and the technical side of things more difficult. But Fahim approached us to do a show down here. He came up and said, "I'd like to do shows down there, and I'd like to work with you guys down there, being it's our home crowd. It'd be easier to put a show on with the local club and move forward easily enough in that area together."
Yeah. Your club down here in this part of the world, do you get a lot of people using your club? I've heard good things about you bringing youngsters on.
Yeah.
The lads that you've got fighting here, I'm guessing they've got their own stories.
Yes, they've definitely got their own stories. Yeah. Some of them definitely colourful characters.
Colourful characters.
Yes, but we're all about helping the community. I teach some youngsters from 5 years old all the way up to 10 years old, and then Ray goes on and teaches the older ones from 10 all the way up to 15, and then we get them jumped in with the adults, play about, encourage them into the sport.
Yeah. So you're fighting tonight?
Yeah, main event.
Yeah. So the guy you're fighting, tell us a little bit about him.
Great guy. As you've seen, maybe he's full of tattoos. Each to their own with all of that. I haven't got a drop on me.
He looks the part. He looks like something out of a Van Damme film. But I tried to get him on my show, but he was having a fight just before, and it couldn't work out. So you're limited to get people to fight in this side of the world, this part of the world, and you soon find them, and you want to try and chat them up to get them to. I mean, for him to agree to fight you, was that pretty easy to make?
Fahim came to me a little while ago, asked me if I'd fight him. Me and my head coach Ray, business partner, sat down, had a look. That's the guy. That's what he's got. Yeah. Does it match up with me? Yes, it does. And that's why not? Yeah.
So the tables here, are these going to be business people on here, or people that are associated with the club? How's this working?
Both.
Yeah.
And a few of the fighters have gone off and sold VIPs also.
Yeah.
So we've got Craigo, we've got JJ Scaffolding, we've got Tile Company. They're all sponsors of the club. I've got Rachel. She's dealt with most of the sponsorships. I kind of just manage the fighters. So forgive me for forgetting a couple of names. And then we got one of the judges has got a table as well. So. They pretty much sold themselves the tables. So as soon as you get VIP and we glitz them up a bit, they're gone straight out the door. They've sold better than the standards. It's definitely easier to get VIPs, 10 people together, a bunch of mates, and it's done.
So how's the training been with the guys? I mean, I'm guessing you've got 3 or 4 lads here fighting in yourself?
8 today.
8?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you feel a lot of responsibility, them coming from the club? You want them to all get through this and challenge themselves and get out the other side?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've had a hand on helping each and every one of the fighters get ready for their shows, so I hold, some responsibilities for their progression and how they're going to come out.
Yeah. You've got some big bollocks because you're jumping in there yourself, and you obviously want all this to be a success. Then you want them to obviously come out the other side and then you've got to jump in and acquit yourself the best you can be for yourself.
That's right. Yeah. So being I do some coaching as well. Being a coach of the fighters and then going out and fighting, it's a little bit of if I don't do what I need to do, and I can't tell you to go and do what you're supposed to do, if I can't do that also. So as a coach, I'm quite early in the days with that. So for me, my journey, if you like, is all about getting the experience relevant for teaching. And then I can say, look, I've been Cornwall's heavyweight champion. I'll hopefully go on to England champion. And then right there I'll stop and go, right, lead the way. I've done my bit. have your turn.
Yeah. So you've heard about Man Down, and I'm an ambassador for Man Down now, and that's why I'm here. You've kindly agreed to let me, no holds barred, get stuck in and push what we do. You've seen mental health open up and guys be more open with it at the minute. Boxing can save guys and really help them, and I guess you have to be a counsellor as well as a coach. What have you seen, like, guys over the last few years? Have you seen guys open up more in the gym?
Well, we advocate, if we understand you as a person when you come through the gym, then we can teach you properly. If you're coming in and you're having a hard day, you need a better kind of lesson. I don't need to be getting you pumping out full of sweat and really like trying to ignore life. You need to kind of front some of these things and have a good understanding of people when they arrive, so that you can share knowledge. If I've got something I can help you with, absolutely, that's happening. And it'll make, as long as we get you in, however you came in, make you leave feeling better, that's our job done.
Yeah. No, it sounds like you've got a really good family club down there, and I want to pay you a visit and come and get involved more and see what you're up to, because especially down here in Cornwall, there's not a lot of people around doing what we do and loving the sport like we do, and you obviously give a lot back and you get a lot from it yourself.
Yeah, that's right. But what we get out of it is it's the bread and butter, what you have to do normally, but going that extra mile for some people that could really use the help, that's what matters to us. Again, I can't stress it enough. If you come into the gym feeling any kind of way, and we can get you back out on the other side, feeling great about the day, change your perception on what's just happened, whatever it may be, if we can help you with it, we try and facilitate that as much as possible.
Listen, thanks for giving your time up to talk to me. I really appreciate it, and thanks for allowing me to come down here and get involved in the sport and see what you're up to in this part of the world. So, really appreciate it. I wish you every success with your fighters, and I hope you do well yourself, mate. Cheers, lovely to meet you.
Thank you for sponsoring the show as well.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
Much.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.